I think we're trying to embrace the positive. We're a focus school. Let's use that information and improve on it.
My experience has been positive. I was very worried about it when we first found out that we might be, and immediately went to work figuring out why. And now that we've been labeled, if you will, a focus school, it's been a lot less worrisome than what I thought it would be. And the experience has been positive, and I think it helps. I do think it helps your school look at itself a little closer.
We have students that come with a lot of different backgrounds and a lot of different issues to our school, and I think we have to focus on helping those students succeed, and that this is an opportunity for us to do that.
I think we all know we have to change. The kids have changed, we've changed, the demands have changed. And if we want to improve, we have to make changes.
And so I think they really understand that we have to change some things. We don't have to change everything because we do some things really well, but there are some things we need to change.
Change is good. There's nothing wrong with change. If we're at a point in our profession or career that we say, I'm just going to keep doing what I've been doing, then you probably shouldn't be in the profession anymore. If you need to keep changing and doing new things, not only for yourself, but for your students.
I went to the administrators this summer and said, we got to have a plan for school improvement. We can't do everything and try to just touch a little bit here and there. So we actually sat down and said, okay, what is our mission statement for school improvement? So we wrote a mission statement. We brainstormed school needs, district needs, and then we said, okay, teachers, what do you think you need? Because this isn't just us. Teachers have to have buy-in too. And we said to the teachers, what's important to you to know about and to understand? And we got a lot of overlap between those two. And then there were some things the administrators thought were important, some things teachers thought were important, and they didn't overlap. But we couldn't do it all anyways. So we really looked at the overlap areas, if that makes sense.
The district's view is that school improvement should be meaningful. It should be something that we continue to address and make sure that our goals are SMART goals and that they're something that we can achieve. And so the view by the district is that school improvement is extremely important and that we do take it serious.
This year we've made a very conscious effort to sit down and say, what do we want from our school improvement and what do we want from our professional development and how do they work together? And we sat and made a plan and set goals, and we actually have a calendar set for the entire year across the district and what we're going to do, when do we need to do what, and we're looking at the data from the teachers, from their evaluations afterwards to see if they got what they needed, if they need more, and if the pacing's working well.
The district sees all of the schools as educating the students of Leslie, and you can't just focus in on one school, you have to do the whole district because it's all of the students that are all a part of the community and maybe for generations. So I think there's a really strong focus on doing what we need to for the whole district.
I think it's important for us all to be on board. I mean, we're all in this together. We're all part of Leslie Public Schools. So if improvements need to be made, they also need to be made to the high school too. So I think all of us have some work to do and we're all in it together.
We all share the same kids, so that if it's best strategies for the K-8s, it's got to be best strategies for K-12.
I mean, we're a community. We're all in this together. It needs to be a team effort. And we can't just say that, oh, we're doing okay, so you guys figure it out. Here's what we're doing. You tell us what you're doing. How can we help each other?
When I looked at what the elementary and middle school were doing and how they're going about things, when they're looking at breaking down and having smaller formative assessments and finding out very quickly who are the students that aren't getting it, how can we differentiate in the classroom.
Our teachers wanted to know about differentiated instruction. So we really wanted to get an idea. We wanted everyone to be on the same page of what it was. And plus we also felt, hey, if it's good for our elementary, it's good for our middle school, and those students need it, our high school students need it also. I mean, if it's a good practice, it's going to be a good practice no matter what level it is.
The differentiation is something that we already naturally do, and the teachers are always looking for what's going to work.
We had talked to the staff about possible topics of what they wanted for professional development to get their input to. And this was one of the things that a lot of teachers asked for.
Rather than looking at the students as a whole group, looking at them individually to get individual gains and individual improvement, which will then lead to school improvement.
We have common goals for our kids. We want them all to reach a certain point and be career and college ready, whether that's that they go on to college afterwards or they go into the military or they go into a career. We want all of our students to be developed as good young individuals and ready to go out into society. So I think differentiation is a good way to get our kids so that they're prepared, but maybe not necessarily in the same way, but with the same sort of outcomes.
It's a strategy that's going to help all students. It's not just going to help our low achieving students, it's also going to help our high achieving students.
Again, going back to student achievement, what can we do to help our students be prepared for their next level in life? And that's what I always tell teachers. If you're a kindergarten teacher, you want to prepare that student to be successful at the next grade level. If you're a high school teacher, you want to prepare that student to be successful for when they move out of high school, for when they go on to college, they go on to the workforce, they go into the military. And that's really our goal, is to get them to be successful at the next level.